The girl's body had already matured, but she always changed clothes in front of her father. Although her father's eyes dodged, he still couldn't help looking at Mary. As their eyes met, the two could no longer suppress the emotions in their hearts. However, such a pathological life was just the tip of the iceberg in their lives. Because if Mary wanted to get something, she would stop at nothing to strive for it, including her male god Mike. The two were college classmates, and Mary had already had a crush on Mike. Before graduation, she mustered up the courage to confess to Mike, but unexpectedly was rejected by him. Looking at Mike's departing figure, an evil idea suddenly came to her mind. One day, when Mike was resting alone, a figure came up behind him. Before Mike could react, he was knocked out and taken home. However, as soon as the car stopped, Mary hurried out. It was Mary's father who had kidnapped Mike. Soon Mike woke up from his coma and found himself tied to a chair. At this time, Mary came to Mike with a cup and even asked Mike to urinate in front of her, threatening him with a 10-second countdown. However, Mike shook his head and refused. Unexpectedly, at this time, Mary's father suddenly took out a hammer to threaten Mike. In desperation, Mike tried his best to squeeze out a drop. However, Mary was not satisfied and even proposed that Mike squeeze out milk. Hearing this, Mike could no longer bear it. He kicked Mary away with one foot, and then while the man checked on Mary, he quickly broke free from the rope and escaped. However, Mike, whose hands and feet were restricted, had nowhere to escape. Soon he was discovered by Mary's father, who drove after Mike and forced him to a tree. However, just when Mike thought he was temporarily safe, unexpectedly, Mary threw a stone and knocked him down.